Hi and welcome back. I'm Chef Ismail Arbee. Thank you for joining me on my lovely journey to creating new, innovative, creative dishes. Today, I've got something amazing planned for you. I'm going to be showing you how to do a fusion style chow mein. So I'm going to be using beef, right, in my chow mein. You can substitute it with chicken. You can even exclude that if you're strictly vegetarian, but it's more of a different saucy type of chow mein. So let me run you through my ingredients quickly. I've olive oil, salt and pepper for seasoning. I got a bit of dried rosemary, some coriander, some Chinese noodles, right, some fillet steak, some diced onion, garlic, a variety of vegetables. Whatever vegetables you'd like to use, go ahead, chuck it in there. I've got some fresh thyme, I've got a bit of pecan nuts, black sesame, butter, parmesan, a bit of bay leaf, some fresh lemon, a chili with an olive oil mix, and my sauces that I will be using is soya sauce, sweet and sour, mustard, and cream. So I'm gonna start off with my Chinese noodles, right? These maximum 5 minutes to cook, right? So I'm just gonna chuck this in. What I have done is I've just got a pot of water on the stove. I'm just gonna season it generously, right? Then we pop our Chinese noodles in there. We just allow it to cook, right? So this will be about 4 or 5 minutes maximum, right? In another saucepan, I am going to put a bit of oil, right? A knob of butter, or two, depending on how buttery you'd like it, but oil and butter works, right? Get this going on low heat. Right, with my steak, I'm gonna pop it down here. I'm just gonna do a quick dry marinade for you. I'm gonna show you how to do a dry marinade. So I'm gonna take some of this fresh thyme, right? Just gonna do a quick chop. Right, the trick with thyme itself is you cannot just chuck it in there. It needs to be chopped up. The flavors need to come out of the thyme itself. So if you want, you don't even have to use the stem. All you do is just slide it off and you're good to go. So a little bit of olive oil on my steak. Right. Just sprinkle your thyme over. Right, your rosemary. A little bit of pepper. Alright, your seasoning. Seasoning is really important. If you lack in seasoning, that can bring your entire dish down. And meat has no flavor, so be rather generous with your seasoning. And then I'm just gonna massage it in. Right, I want all my fresh herbs, my salt, my pepper, all to seep into the meat itself. Right, you can do this, preferably you can do it overnight. Right, your flavors will absorb a lot more, but today I'm just popping it in there. Just gonna take a sprig of garlic, right, crush it down, and just give it a rough chop. I just love the smell of garlic, it's amazing. With my butter, my oil, I'm gonna toss my garlic in. I just want to get my garlic on a fry, right, just to bring it up to the heat nicely. At this moment in time, I'm actually gonna be throwing in my chili because I want the dish to be rather hot. We've got sweet and sour, we've got mustard. Those are two sweet flavors. So I'm gonna kill it a little bit by throwing in the green chili. So what I've done here is just a bit of green chili in some olive oil so I can extract the heat. And you, in actual fact, got a chili oil. So you can use it for multiple things as well, just to make all your dishes hot and good. It will definitely kick. Right, so I got this frying off beautifully here. Right, awesome. Right, I've got my steak, which is looking great. Right, I'm gonna take some fresh coriander. I want to braise my coriander off as well. I want my flavors to seep in. So I'm just going to fry off my coriander. You can hear that bubbling. Right. A little bit of black pepper. I want to extract the oil in the oil out of the black pepper itself, which will make it a little bit more pungent. Let that cook off nicely. Brilliant. Right, my noodles are almost done. Fry it off. With regards to your veggies, you are absolutely welcome to use any vegetable you prefer. So what I've done here was I've just got a mixture of vegetables. I've got a bit of baby carrots, right? I've got a bit of peppers, a bit of red cauliflower, a bit of baby marrow, and a bit of brinjal. Right? I love that combo, so it works. But you can use whatever you would like inside. Noodles. Right. The difference, how do you cook your veggies in a chow mein? You're basically undercooking them until they are still crunchy, still have that texture of the veggie itself. Right? Oh, this is looking beautiful. As you can see, my garlic, my coriander is now starting to brown. From there, I'm just going to throw in my veggies. Right? I leave my steak to cook last because I do not want to overcook it. Right, so I'll just pop that in. Quick toss on this, add my flavor in. Looking stunning. Right, a little bit of black sesame seeds, a bay leaf, 1 bay leaf. Just crush it up and throw it in. Once you've done this here, you're allowed to set it aside. I've got another pan on. In this pan, I'm going to be preparing your fillet steak. Your fillet steak is going to be saucy, so that is why I do not want to overcook my vegetables. So I prepare my steak in a completely separate dish or completely separate pan. Alright, there. I want to seal off my steak as well, right? So sealing off my steak is just browning it on all sides. Right, that basically seals the flavor in the meat itself. Oh, these are looking phenomenal. Right, pan is on. In this pan, you need your pan to be extremely hot when preparing steak, right? Obviously, for sealing it off, and you're gonna see me make my sauce with my steak. I'm gonna allow my steak to cook in the sauce itself. So what I have here for you is a bit of soya sauce, a little bit of sweet and sour, and mustard, and I've got some fresh cream. Right, what I am gonna do is I'm just gonna marinate as well with a bit of lemon. Right, I wanna add that lemon flavor into my dish. So, oh, beautiful. Right, pan extremely hot. How you know it's hot is when you see these bubbles. Right, that is telling you that it's extremely hot, but your butter won't burn due to the fact that you've added oil in it as well. Right, so just a quick toss up. Right, evenly distribute your color. Oh, my noodles are done. What I've chosen today was fillet steak. You can basically do this with absolutely any steak. You can add a bit of fat to it, so you can use your rump steak, you can use your sirloin steak. It will be a little bit tougher, but it's got a bit of fat on it, which adds more flavor to the dish itself. All right, with your end result. So braising this off nicely in butter. Smelling phenomenal. Right, at this stage we are going to start with our sauces because I want my steak to cook in the sauce. So I'm just going to add a bit of soya, a little bit of sweet and sour, a little bit of mustard, right, and I'm going to finish it off with cream. Right, give this here a nice toss. Right, and you just allow your steak to cook in there till about a medium well. You don't want to overcook your steak to well done. It's going to be dry, it's going to be stringy. that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for soft, succulent steak. So medium well will be the way to go. Or if you'd like a bit of pink and a little bit of blood on the inside, you'll go for medium to medium rare, just depending on what you would like. Right, so boom. I'm looking for a medium well because I want it soft and tender. Right, this is going to need a bit more cream. Right, and I want to allow this to reduce. Right, when I say reduce, not on a high rapid boil. You need to drop your heat a little bit and allow it to slowly reduce. By doing that, you are actually keeping more of the flavor. So extremely slow, medium heat, you're good to go. My stir fry is looking awesome as well, and my noodles are cooked, but however, I did not fully cook them. All I've done was I've half cooked them and I've allowed them to rest. So once we are done completing the dish, we're gonna put your noodles in and then we're gonna fully cook your noodles, right? So, this is good. Just gonna taste this. Nice sweet texture, a little bit of chili running through. I can taste the rosemary, taste the thyme. Oh, it's tasting brilliant. It is a rather rich dish, right? Because of the amount of cream that you're adding in it, it is a rich dish. So I've done here. My steak will be at a medium stage right now. So I'm just gonna chuck my vegetables in. Alright, put my vegetables in, allow my vegetables to half cook as well. Right, we're just gonna bring that up to a boil and we're gonna go for it from there. With the sweet and sour, the soya sauce, the mustard, it is giving that sweetness, but however the chili is still kicking through. If you'd like it a bit stronger, by all means you may put more chilies, right? Just depending on how hot you want it. Now for me, I don't really eat extremely hot food. I just love my flavor in my food. So as you can see, your sauce is reducing quite nicely. Right, so just let this cook up. Right, my seasoning is on the dot there. Right, now the trick is with steak, you need to allow your steak to rest before consuming, because a lot of people make the error of fully cooking their steak, thereafter just cutting it. Once you cut a hot piece of steak, you are actually losing all the juices in the meat itself, and that is something you don't want to do. So a little quick trick is set your pan aside, allow it to rest a little bit. I'm just going to add a bit of cream in here. A bit of cream, a little bit of lemon juice. Right, and let's allow this to rest for a few minutes. Right, at the same time you are allowing your vegetables to take in the sauce itself, so you've got a full power dish with every element coming through and every element having a balance in the dish. So, my noodles are ready. Right, so I'm just letting it rest. Noodles are looking good. Right, so I'm just letting them drain a bit. Right, then we're going straight in. Right, if unfortunately if you cannot get Chinese noodles, you're more than welcome to use any type of pasta, fettuccine, spaghetti. By all means, you are entitled to change the dish, change the products used if you cannot get the Chinese noodles. But in most grocery stores, you will pick it up. Okay, I'm just going to give this a nice warm up again. Right, we're almost done here. Right, this is a quick, easy meal you can make in a few minutes at home, rushing for the kids, anything. You can make this dish rather quick. Right, so what I've done here was I have reduced all my sauce, right? I do not want it landing up like a soup, so I'm reducing all my sauce, and all that flavor is being absorbed into your pasta, your veggies, your steak, all of that. It's all being absorbed in there. As you can see with what we started off, the amount of sauce we started off with and how much we have right now, all of it is gone. But the flavor is still in there. And it's looking and smelling divine. Right, and time for us to plate up. Right, it is smelling fantastic. Right, then to finish it off, I'm just going to clean up my plate. Right, to finish off, I just throw some black sesame on it. Right, a bit of Parmesan cheese. Who doesn't want cheese? Cheese is a definite must. Right, and I've got some pecan nuts. Right, which I'm just going to drizzle over. Hint of coriander just for your garnish. Right, and a bit of raw thyme. In there. There we go. We've got an amazing steak chow mein. Remember, you can twist it up, you can change it. You don't even have to add any meat whatsoever. It can be strictly vegetarian, but it's a fusion style chow mein. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you soon.